Welcome back. All right. This is a two-part question. All right. It's got two parts. So let's take a look at this question and break it down together. We'll highlight some of the important words as we go along. Part A. In You Are the Electric Boogaloo, what is most likely the purpose of the author for writing the letter? So, first off, most likely getting attention from me because it's already in bold. Most likely. The purpose. So I need to know what the purpose of the person who wrote it. So the author's purpose for writing a letter. Well, authors can have several different purposes for writing. The best way for me to remember purpose is to think about pie. Maybe not blueberry, not my favorite, but an author's purpose is usually one of three things: to persuade, inform, or entertain. Sometimes they overlap, but one will always be predominant. One will always stick out more than the other. So you might inform and provide some entertainment along the way, but usually it's for one of those three. So let's take a look at our options here. A, to show compassion for his younger self. So, is he looking to entertain us with a story of compassion, to wring our heartstrings? That word compassion seems important. To persuade friends to support his younger self. So, is he not writing to his younger self? Is he writing to someone else? To persuade. Well, I do know that persuade is a author's purpose, to keep his younger self from making mistakes. Is that what he's trying to do, to warn him to be less foolhardy? I think that's an obviously wrong one, so I'm going to cross that out. Boom. And D, to entertain his younger self with stories from the past. That to me is a tricky one because it doesn't even seem like you could do that, right? I'm going to entertain you with stuff that you went to. So maybe it's his past, but his younger self's future. So I'm going to put a question mark there. I'm not so sure. Now, which quotation from the selection best supports the answer to part A? So it's got to connect to the answer here. So you got to get this one right first before you can hope to get the other one right as well. So best supports. You and your friends from rural Wisconsin hills have the K-Tel How To album, including posters and diagrams. So I suppose that could go with B. So I'm going to put a question mark next to A. Maybe you're right. Maybe a talent scout will be driving between Stitzer and Hazel Green. Doesn't seem to go with support to his younger self. Maybe compassion, so I'm going to put a question mark there too. I especially love what happened at Dubuque's Five Flags Center a few months later. Is that a compassionate observation, or is he trying to persuade his friends that, I'm going to put a question mark there. And then finally, just go to sleep, kid, and get ready for the next dance. It's all going to be great, okay? It's all going to be great, okay? Just go to sleep. So that sounds like he's trying to console. And it's all going to be great, or it's all going to be okay. I like that too. So right now, I'm kind of between D and A, but I can't rule out B or C until I've chosen A, B, or D from part A. Well, let's just go with part A for now, and I'd like you to take a moment to guess. All right. So the correct answer to question 10 is answers A and D. Answer A, to show compassion for his younger self. And D, to just go to sleep, kid, and get ready for the next dance. It's all going to be great, okay? What I would do is I'd like you to get a highlight and just circle D and connect it to A. Those two are meant to connect to one another, A and D. And when you find ones that seem to connect especially well, even though the other ones seem plausible, go for the ones that connect. Way to go, young scholars.